set today. It came from weaver's art, so it's a beautiful peck. The pieces of furniture, of course, being authentic to China, come from Greentea, and I happen to really admire and love the way that this particular group looks together. I've always been a big fan of the horseshoe chair, and that's what this is. Nice, beautiful arms that kind of hug you and curve around. Although in traditional Chinese design, a lot of straight lines are used because that's the path of righteousness.
Like this.
Correct. Yeah. So you'll see a lot of straight lines, but frequently there's something on it to soften it, so the yin and the yang. Yeah. And you'll see the symbol on that chair, that beautiful symbol, is a symbol of fidelity. So this would have been a gift for someone in their wedding.
Well, we'll just ruin that right now.
See, that could be happy. That could be a happy place for you to be sitting right there.
That's my happy place.
You're looking for someone to have fidelity.
This is like throne-like, though. They're very throne-like, aren't they?
They're very regal.
Yeah.
And I would use this piece of furniture more as a sculptural piece. It'd be great in a hallway or something like that. An occasional chair. It's not where you're not going to slunk down and watch TV.
What about this beautiful buffet?
Well, believe it or not, this is a writing desk. So Chinese writing desks were much more narrow than our typical North American desks, but they would have drawers for all the different writing papers. And frequently drawers and doors, like the chest behind you, would have been locked. Because many families will live together in China, it was considered rude to lock the exterior doors. So instead, people would have pieces of furniture that they could lock and therefore keep some private belongings. So that's a Jingxi chest, those beautiful red and gold colors. And of course, color is so important. Red being happiness would be a dominant color. And if you look at the petal leaves that drop, the hardware, that's a lotus leaf. So everything is done with purpose and meaning. There's a lot of love and craftsmanship that goes into the pieces, and to our Western eyes, to my Western eyes, sometimes I can skip those details and just think they're pretty. Yeah. But there actually is a meaning there, which is beautiful. Horses, of course, being very important to Chinese people because they were a mode of transportation. Sometimes they were the way that you made a living. So
these
certainly
vases.
Important. Beautiful crackle vases as well. Screens, which surprised me. I thought that was part of traditional Chinese culture. No, in fact, it's kind of a new idea.
Is it?
So there you go.
Yeah, but just taking old and the new and putting it together.
And this beautiful stone lantern. You see these all the time, and I kept trying to figure out how to light it. Well, you don't light them. It's a symbol of light. You don't necessarily have to light it.
You told us that.
So it looks great in the house, and don't bother trying to light it up as I've done over the years. But there you go.
And then this chest, I love this chest.
And the hardware, the big, oversized hardware, really clunky. Pieces weren't made to be disposable, just like they weren't made to be disposable in North America or earlier.
I want you to sit down. I want you to sit down.
To enjoy.
So I want to talk about this too.
Yul Brynner?
Yes.
Yul? I think he does kind of look like, I hope that's not going to land me in hell, but I think he, kind of there's a resemblance. The long ear, too, is a symbol of wisdom. So when you look at Buddha heads and you see a long ear, that's a symbol of wisdom. In our case, it's just a symbol of too many dangling earrings.
Yeah, too many.
Which is not wise.
No, so just from, I'm sure you have a greater appreciation now that you've been, since you've been back. But when we add this to our interiors, just even a piece, because the thing is in fashion, as it is with our home, is to mix things up a little bit. Don't make everything such a set. Right. But it should have something that speaks to you. Maybe maybe you do get to travel over there, lucky you. But to pick out a piece, right? Yeah, and to go with your gut, follow your instincts. The Chinese, for centuries, have lived believing that intuition, fate, destiny are more important, or at least as important as logic. Yes. And Westerners, of course, we're very logical. So those two things don't work together, but used together, of course, that's a perfect balance, right? Right. So it's very important when you're finding any piece of artwork for your home to just be able to be comfortable enough to say, you know what, I like it. It doesn't matter if my friend isn't going to like it or my mother-in-law is not going to like it. I like it. It's coming home. Yeah. That's going to bring good feelings into your house. Good. Got so much to talk about. I got to pick your brain. I want to know what you bought when you were over there. And did she bring me anything back? Okay, all this and more coming up right after this. Good stuff. Really breathtaking, isn't it, Patrick?
Oh, it is. Wow.
Now, it's surprising.